You have to give me. This is like an interview on your personal life.
Oh, I don't like these.
Right. What you have to give me your greenest flag and your reddest flag.
For what?
For yourself.
Greenest flag, reddest flag.
Greenest flag. Like, what would make someone want to hang out with me?
Yeah.
Like date or like just as person in general?
Just as a person. If I'm trying to be your friend right now.
I would say reddest for me
Workaholic.
You'll never see me. Unless you're
I
at a
knew
hockey
it was
rink.
going to involve that.
You'll never see me unless you're the best place to
Always
find me.
busy.
Okay, if you want to be in my circles, you can probably find me at Braemar, Pagel, Super Rink, Bloomington Ice Garden, or World Gardens. Those will be the 5 most visited spots.
Do you ever try to like make plans with friends? Is it like, can you do Thursday? No.
Saturday.
Can you do Saturday? No. Can you do Sunday? No.
Saturday, after reffing and going to a hockey game, a youth hockey game, I am going to the Gopher men's game against Wisconsin with 6 different couples. 4 are from out of town, coming in town for the weekend.
When is the last time that you hung out with friends if it didn't involve the Gophers?
Bible group does not count.
Bible study doesn't count?
No.
Like just a simple dinner.
Does it have to be, can it be like Olivia or Hadley's?
No.
That doesn't count?
I said friends.
They're friends. They're friends. It doesn't happen very often.
I figured.
Okay, so that's the red. The green flag. This is kind of self-promoting. I don't like this question. Yeah, I'm a really nice guy. I'm nice. Yeah.
I was going to say your dreamy eyes.
Yeah, it's my brown eyes.
You remember everything about their family.
I would. Okay, I would here. Okay, I don't know if this is true, but this is what I strive to be as a friend: is someone who's curious about them.
That is true. You're very good at that.
I like to know about them. So if we're friends, I try not to turn it about me because some of the stuff I do is pretty fun and interesting to talk about. So I figure, okay, get that out of the way and I want to know about your golf game or your tennis game or your pickleball or whatever makes you
sport
or what concerts you've been to or whatever, Like
who'd you vote for in the last election?
No.
That's what I want to know.
No. Peter, all right, your turn. So let's start with the green. Why the green? I'm just kidding.
My greenest flag.
God, that's a weird question.
Okay, to be fair, I was going to ask red flag.
I like the question when it's not me.
I was going to ask red flag, and then I was like, that sounds mean to just ask what your red flag is.
What do you hate about yourself? My green flag is that I think I do a really good job of supporting the people around me. I think I'm a big time. Maybe not you.
Yeah,
but
I agree with that.
At least among my friend group, I think I'm a big cheerleader, and multiple times my core group of friends has referred to me as the glue of our
That's a good one.
That's a good compliment.
I try to get everybody together.
Yep, I like that.
My biggest red flag is.
I agree.
I work too hard.
I work too hard.
Sing in the shower.
I agree.
I procrastinate.
My biggest red flag.
Keep going.
It has to be as a friend.
As my biggest red flag as a friend, I'm really bad at texting back.
That was going to be mine.
What, with you?
For myself. Yeah, that's literally what I was going to say for myself.
I am very bad at responding.
Yeah.
Especially if it's not a pressing question.
Just ask Joe Ogenin if I'm bad at responding to texts.
That reminds me, I got to respond to Joe Ogenin.
I'm so bad at responding to texts.
Joe Ogenin called me. I don't know what it is. Maybe because of the Apple Watch now or something. I didn't answer his call, but all of a sudden, 63 seconds later, I could hear, hello? Hello? Well, and Jenny and I were, no offense to Joe, she and I are like, when she and I are together, we are knocking out invites to tournaments, invites to Bantam Elite, where we're doing a lot of business together. And I get him on the phone. I'm like, hey, I'm really sorry. I cannot really talk to you very long right now. Yep. And we checked just for a couple seconds, and we kind of bumped off. It was good, but it was just like, yeah, when we get going, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, not responding to text messages is my red flag, and my green flag is being an includer in my friend group, which is something I learned from you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Well, Joe Ojanen's green flag is that he's very nice and he invites people to stuff. But
the nicest human
I
being
never
I've
respond
ever
to
met.
his texts.
He's the nicest person.
Let's come up.
And
hey,
he makes
now,
people sandwiches.
Now that we're doing green and red though, and we have Joe on the table, what's his red? We gotta come up with something.
Joe's red flag?
I have a Joe red flag.
Oh my God.
This is gonna be nice, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't care, because he's literally feels like he's the subject of all of our shows. At some point, he gets a reference or whatever. When I talk to Joe, and he and I know talk, he has these like pauses. The Joe Ojanen pause. Like I'll say something, and then there's a pause, and I'm like, wait.
Did you hear me?
And I'm used to being around Peters of the world, but that are just jumping on me every sentence, everything. So Joe's the pauser. So.
The pause.
Maybe he's thinking
pauses.
of what to say.
I don't know, but he pauses. I'm like, are you holding your breath? You know, it's great. Anyway, I love
I'm
Joe.
going to let you hang out on that island.
That's fine. I don't care. It's
Let's just go over the red flags of everybody.
Yep.
Every employee.
Sharon's red flag is this. No, Joe.
Sharon's
She's my roommate. Sharon's my roommate.
Sharon's red flag.
On the other pod, she's my roommate. So
her red flag is that she never wants to be a part of any content that we make, and I think
Ever.
she would just be
Never-
electric on camera.
she'd be so
She didn't
good.
come play golf with us. She
No.
only
Play
came for
golf.
the dinner.
Yep, she did come for the dinner.
Sharon and I bond over pens, though. We both have a lot of appreciation for a fine writing
Yeah, you ripping my
instrument.
tennis shoes. I'm ripping on your pens.
You need to stay up out the streets if you can't take the heat. You need to stay up out the streets if you can't take the heat. Cause it get cold like Minnesota. Cold like Minnesota. Cold like Minnesota. Cold like Minnesota. Need to stay up out the streets.
Welcome to 10 Minutes. I'm Tony Scott. Peter Rodney to my right. Kayla Joe Franz to my left. And I do not know one redeemable green about Kayla Joe Franz.
Okay.
Height.
I
She
can reach
can-
things
I
off the
Can
top shelf
get
for people.
stuff on the top
Yes.
shelf.
Is that your green?
No.
Yes.
What is your green?
I was gonna say that I let people be themselves
I
because
would
I'm
agree
not
with that.
very judgy.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one.
It is weird to say
did
green
escape-
flags about yourself.
It is. It is so
That's
weird.
why
Like,
you wanted me to answer.
I think that I'm a nice person. You know, it's weird.
To be fair, I am judgy because I'm not friends with people if they're not weird.
Weird?
If they're too
Is that
normal.
why you came to work for me? Because I'm weird?
Yes. Think of one employee
Too
you have that's
normal.
normal.
Uh,
Peter,
I'm about
you
right
are
down the
not
middle.
normal.
I'm about as right down the middle as
I
Jay
am-
Biden.
So here, I'm glad you brought that up. I had a conversation with Laura Honak, who I would call her our resident non-hockey person, but is a great employee. She does a lot for us,
Not
right?
sure if she gives two hoots about hockey.
Correct. So I asked her, we had this conversation. She's excited getting more involved with our team as employee number one of YHH. And I said, well, Laura, why are you interested in working here? Every other person in our company loves sports and specifically love hockey, and you don't love sports or hockey. What in the world makes you so interested in being here? So there you go.
What'd she say?
She had a lot of
loves
nice
all the
things.
weirdos?
Well, yeah, because we're all a bunch of misfits, right? She basically said, I've been here since the beginning, and now I can see where it's going, and I really want to jump on this bandwagon because she says it's pretty exciting. That was what her thing was.
Do you think that for a
So
piece
there's so
of
much positive energy. It's
Do
so
you think
fun.
for a piece of content we could make a recreation of Rudolph's Island of Misfit Toys song?
We could. That would be a for sure.
Island of Misfits.
I am for that, for sure. I just get to be I want to be the guy, what's his name?
Willy Wonka.
No, in the Misfit
Bumble?
Toys, I want to be the guy with the gold tooth.
Oh, Yukon?
Yukon.
Cornelius.
Cornelius, that's what I want to be.
I've never seen.
You've never seen
Come on.
Rudolph?
Not
It's
all-
like
not all the
45 minutes long.
Not all the way
It's
through.
the best.
Not all the way through.
Bumbles?
Yukon Cordelia.
I didn't like it because they were mean to Rudolph.
Yeah, they are exceptionally mean to Rudolph. We just watched this.
Hey, it's a good lesson in bullying.
It is so, they're so mean. They're,
Overcome. he overcame. Rudolph
Like,
overcame.
you're just mad at
It
him
doesn't
because
make
his nose
bullying
lights
okay.
up. And his dad makes him put a cap on his
Yes.
nose. His own dad.
Embarrassed.
Such a bummer. That whole movie's depressing.
Hermie.
You know who Peter's going to be?
Hermie.
He's going to be
The
he's
dentist.
a dentist.
Yeah, Hermie.
You are the dentist.
You're the dentist for sure.
You are
know
for
what
sure
that
the
means.
dentist.
Well, he just dreams of being a dentist and instead of an
Who
elf.
is the
And
abominable
they make fun of
snowman?
him.
Who's the abominable snowman?
Andrew.
Andrew is. He is. He is. And Joe is going to be the what was was there a clock without arms, or wasn't there like what was it?
You just compared him to a piece of furniture.
What was it? What was it?
I don't
I swear
know.
there's a clock. Isn't there like a doll without something? There's
There's
like
thinking of
a
Beauty
Jack
and the
in the
Beast?
Box that doesn't
Jack in the Box
spring.
doesn't spring. What was there's one in there?
There's a train. There's an
Train?
elephant. There's
No.
little cute polka dots.
I swear there's one in there that's something about-
Jossie's this dolly.
for sure.
She's this dolly. Wait.
Oh,
Wait.
There we go. Island Misfit
Wait.
Toys. It's the best.
She's the
yes.
dolly.
But the dollies, there's something wrong with the dolly, though.
Yeah, it's
There's
like
something wrong with all of them. There's one little thing wrong
yeah,
with
they're
each one of
misfit
them.
toys.
It's the best.
And someone
And-
has to be Rudolph.
Who's Rudolph?
it's Tony.
But no, he's
No.
Yukon Cornelius.
I wanna be Yukon
He already
Cornelius.
called it.
I called it. That guy's the best.
Yeah,
Hold on.
that
Yeah,
can
that guy's
be
the best.
The Jack in the Box can for sure
The
be
Jack
Joe.
in the Box. But what is but the Jack in the Box doesn't pop.
doesn't
What's
pop.
the doll do? There's something with the doll.
I think that her kid didn't want her anymore or something.
No, come on. It was something. Whatever. This is great content.
is dark.
This is unbelievable content. This is
Dark.
the content I've been waiting for a long time.
Somebody
What
did.
toy would you be on the island of misfit
I want to be.
toys?
The toy. That would be really hard.
Somebody did tell me the other day that they skipped the first 20 minutes of every show that we do together because the first
Was it Izzy Marvin?
third. He's done that before. I think it might have been Cody.
So what?
That he skips the first.
That's
20
so funny
It's the
because
best
if
part.
I was the listener, I would only listen to the
Liz
first 20
says
minutes.
that's the only thing I listen to. Listen to the guys be complete misfits.
Oh, Dolly. I totally forgot about this. Dolly just has depression.
Stop it.
That's literally why, because I looked it up
Depression.
I looked it up with my family at Christmas. We were like,
It's
what's wrong
unhappy?
with Dolly? Yeah, she's just unhappy. So
Unhappy dog.
we won't
dolls.
attribute that to someone.
Yeah.
That
I don't
seems
know.
harsh.
Yeah, that'd be too harsh.
Live, laugh, Liz, man. Live, laugh, Liz.
All right, here we go. Let's get started.
It's your show, bro.
We already started.
It's your show, big
All right,
dog.
this week we're going to do top 10s, and we're going to do the number 5 teams in the state. You want to go boys or girls first, Peter?
Let's do boys.
We'll make some commentaries if we know these teams.
Do you want to start with high school or do you want to go straight
Doesn't
youth?
matter. I don't care who you name.
Straight youth. Bantam AA. Spring Lake Park, Coon Rapids.
Who defeated Shattuck St. Mary's.
And are still ranked number 5 after defeating
Yeah,
Shattuck.
Woodbury beat them, though. I'm a head-to-head guy.
All right, fair enough.
And Woodbury's on a heater, big-time heater.
Bantam A. Moorhead.
That's a crazy. They did not do well in the Blue Ox, and they normally
Oh.
are the finalists of the Blue Ox.
I know.
I don't think they got out of pool play in the Blue Ox. So
Bantam B. East Metro.
love that.
Yeah.
I have not seen the latest East Side. Did you see the East Side video?
I saw that I watched the
I have not
first one.
seen the second one yet.
I saw the second one had come out, and then last night I played against a kid that was wearing a jersey that said Will Anderson Insurance.
No
on it.
way.
Yeah, and I wanted to slash him in the back of the legs and be like, "You don't even live in St. Paul, buddy."
All right. Well, I'm gonna watch it. I just haven't gotten it yet.
I will watch it begrudgingly. 5 PBAA Moorhead.
Yeah, they won. Did they win the Edina Invitation? They won the Edina Invitational at the end of December.
Yeah, they did actually.
And they will probably be playing in that up North Shore Classic or whatever. North South
Challenge. North South Challenge Cup.
That's next weekend.
Number 5 at Pee Wee A. We got Anoka.
Love that team.
Oh,
That's
me
my
too.
dream team. I love that squad.
I want to hang out with the coach.
So do I. I want to hang out with the guy with the big hat.
I want to know what it's like to do Halloween in Anoka.
Yes.
Huey B, Osseo Maple Grove Black.
It's a good team. Really good team.
Squirt A, we got Hastings.
They were number one.
They were before
number
losing
one.
to Edina Green. Squirt B's, we got Forest Lake.
Like that squad, too.
Forest Lake. How about that?
How about, are you going to do high school? Let me guess. High school number 5 must be Edina. That's a guess.
Yes.
All right. And number 5 in A would be, I want to say Delano, but it's not Delano, is it?
Not Delano. Excuse me. Oh, my goodness.
Matamidi.
It is Matamidi.
Matamidi, there you go.
Congratulations.
All right, girls.
15A, Blaine Rogers
Yeah.
and Stillwater Red.
They're both number 5.
Yeah, look at you just shoehorning extra T.
Yes.
Oh, no, it's a typo. Never mind.
Yeah.
It says 5, but it's supposed to be 5 and 6.
Right.
Blaine Rogers is number 5.
And then Stillwater 6, right?
Yep.
Yep. Sorry about that.
15B, we got Woodbury Royal.
Nice work.
12A.
Let me guess. 12A. I'm trying to think. Oh, Moorhead.
Yeah, I was going to say, think of a
Moorhead.
mirror
We got
image.
both Walkers. Got both Walkers. Maddie Walker at the 12As and Blake Walker on the Bantam A's.
12B, White Bear Lake Orange.
It's a good team. They won the Dangle Fest.
White Bear Lake Orange. At 10A, we've got Park Cottage Grove.
Yeah, that's a good team.
Wow. I think the youth team is just Cottage Grove.
It is.
Okay.
Did I write Park Cottage Grove?
Yeah.
I sometimes, out of error, do that.
Don't worry, I'll delete
habit.
it. It's okay,
He
buddy.
sometimes makes mistakes, guys.
Out of habit, yeah. And then 10B, I don't know.
Rosemount.
Yeah, they're a good team.
Rosemount. Those are the number 5s this
How
week.
about high school? Let's do high school.
High school.
High school. Let me see. Girls A. We just did this show, so we should know this.
I know it.
Girls double A would be Maple Grove.
No.
Edina.
Yes.
Okay.
They've been number 5 for like a
forever.
month and a half
I know,
at
like
this point.
in cement, you can't get them out. They can't go up. They can't go down. And then 5A. I think
It is the most.
Oh, Proctor Hermantown.
Yeah.
Yeah. They haven't left either.
The drive from the tee box only goes 189 yards, but it's 189
Every time.
yards down the middle
Every
of
time.
the fairway.
Every time. Yep. There you go.
There you are.
All right. Nice job on those top 10s.
Thanks so much.
We will go to Games of the Past.
Who's it brought to by, though?
Brought to you by Breakaway Academy.
Oh!
I think it's about time I go to school, don't you?
You were supposed to do this 2 months ago.
I've been a little busy.
It's one of my red flags is bringing up shortcomings.
One of my
Peter's
one of my red
flag.
flags is I promise to do things and don't do them.
Oh, I do that too.
Oh, Kayla. We all do that.
Yeah.
I think we all kind of do that, right?
I think
like,
literally everyone in this company does that.
we make promises we can't keep.
Literally everybody in the world does that.
Some people are perfect.
My 6 weeks have been rough. Been a rough 6 weeks. We've been too much.
Your
got too much on my
voice
plate.
sounds okay though.
Yeah, it sounds magical, doesn't it?
Well, it sounds better than I thought it would.
Smooth.
Yeah,
Sounds
Yeah.
like you smoke 0 packs of cigarettes a day.
at least 1 pack.
Dork.
Okay, Breakaway Academy.
Yeah.
Let's go for the pillars first.
All right.
One of our employees, did you know that? One of our employees made a visit to Breakaway Academy today. And
Would that be?
yeah, I'm not going to name names. And he / she.
Oh, it's a he.
It could be. We don't know.
No, it's a she.
This person visited, and the takeaway was, oh my gosh, I didn't realize how connected our companies are to each other. And that's the cool part about it. It's like we are one and the same. Like we've been around, basically started around the same time. We've grown about the same pace. We have a high trajectory. I think we will continue to grow. Both companies will be, and I think we'll grow together. And I think their pillars match our pillars to some degree. And what are they, Peter?
Academics,
Ours are not.
athletics,
Ours are.
and character.
Hopefully ours are.
We try but fail every day.
But I would say most people in our company are fairly well educated and
That's-
taken their trades and used them and applied them in the hockey world, and so are they.
Yeah, I do have a very overpriced bachelor's degree.
Mine
Same.
would be underpriced.
Mine's pretty underpriced.
Yeah, what'd you spend to go to college? $200?
Okay, it was 20 for tuition would be $2,100 a year.
Oh.
2,100. It was $700. $700
I
a
hate
quarter.
you.
Okay, that's 2,100, and then room and board was 1,500 a quarter.
Oh my god.
Oh, your room and board was
So-
almost more expensive than tuition.
Yeah, that's really weird.
It was way more expensive.
That's so weird.
Way more expensive.
The tuition now is like
Oh,
Like
14 times your room and board.
yeah,
Yeah,
but you also had to pay frat dues.
it was included in there, but that wasn't. I mean, it was just basically room and board.
Okay,
Excuse me.
bless you.
Like the frat cost like $1,000 a quarter, and the tuition was $700. So it was even whatever.
Okay, I'm still paying off my student loans.
I never had any.
Oh,
I didn't have any.
oh, look at you.
My parents paid for the tuition and books, and
Okay.
I paid for my room and board.
Oh.
And I worked about 30 hours a week just to, for the room and board plus the, extra spending money.
Little walking around money.
I started my first job after college on June 1st of 1990 and had about $600 left to pay on the fraternity bill. And I remember that first paycheck. I got my first paycheck and walked it right in, to the frat and said, "Thank you for giving me a few weeks leeway to get my bills paid." So it was good.
You'll have to tell me all about your Greek days at some point.
It was good. It was a good experience. I got to meet a lot of different people from a lot of different walks of life and a lot of kids from all over the country. And like my best friend, one of them that's coming to town this weekend, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Jeff Lobel. Great guy.
Good old Jeff.
Jeff, I was in his wedding. He was in mine. Worked for Northwest Airlines, and when they got bought by Delta, moved to Atlanta.
Oh,
And his,
gosh.
flight.
It's
he's
the
the
exact
flight
same
planner.
route that
Randy.
from Up North Hockey took.
Yeah, Randy did that too. Yeah.
How about that? All
There
right,
you
now
go.
we've gotten 1,000 miles off topic.
Okay.
Where were we?
I don't even remember.
You just finished the
Top
ad read for
fives.
Breakaway.
Oh, the ad read for Breakaway.
Thank you, Breakaway Academy, for bringing it to
Breakaway Academy.
program. All right. Let's start off with the girls' youth champions.
All right.
There were 3 at the 12A level last week. All of them are in the top 10.
Let's go.
Egan Invergrove took the Hopkins championship there. Blaine went north to Rockridge, where I was I was yesterday in Virginia. We're doing media day for Friday Night Ice. And Blaine wins that tournament. And then Moorhead wins their home tournament. So 3 teams in the top 10 won tournaments over the weekend. So
Wow, how about that?
Fun to see that, yeah. Not big movement in the 12A this week, but there could be this week because Wayzata, in their own tournament, it's the number 1 team in the state is playing the number 3 team in the state in pool play, which I admire because it could have very easily put another ranked team in another one. So we'll get to that in just a minute in games of the future. But let's talk a little Squirtacular.
Little Squirtacular. Oh, my gosh.
Let's roll up our sleeves.
Oh, I don't want to roll up these sleeves because it'll stretch out the cuffs. But
214 games.
214 games, and honestly, it was the least stressful Squirtacular I think I've ever been a part of.
Not even close. Not even close.
Least stressful. Least. And that is a salute to the crack staff that has been expanded. Usually the Squirtacular is a little bit like fighting a war, and I end up going home with a black eye and a bloody nose, crawl into bed, and tell the lovely Laura to leave me alone for 48 hours. I played hockey Sunday night after going home from this. Even though a lot happened and there were so many games, it feels as though we've improved the recipe for the cake, and it's easier to eat.
I do too. I think everything is fantastic. I think it was fantastic. It was cold in that super rink on Sunday, though. Whoa,
it was cold. Okay, it was cold everywhere.
It was.
The amount of sweatshirts I saw coming in from the parking lot with no jackets.
I know, it was crazy.
The door behind in Super Ring 5 was just like
cracked
frozen
open
shut.
a little bit.
Yeah, it was. It was. All right, let's go to the championships of each division.
Yep, I got you.
I feel like we broadcasted a few of the semis and quarters along the way, so I feel like once we got to the championship, I felt like I knew all the teams. And I kind of knew what everyone was going to do, and what their strengths and weaknesses were. The bronze division had a California Bears team in it that slaughtered everybody in games 1, 2, and 3. But I feel like Matamidi or Edina, who they beat in the semis, were the two strongest teams. So I felt like, tell me you saw that game, that Matamidi championship game. I felt like Matamidi really had some fun players, and were really kind of gave California a game. Or did they not give them a game?
They gave. It's tough to say because California, it's always a mixed bag when you get a team from out of state. You're not quite sure how good the team's going to be.
Like, just for the record, the year before, 2 California teams come to Minnesota, get 10 below temperatures, and get a 0-8 record.
I was going to say, I don't think they won a game last year.
No, they did not. And we moved things around to kind of make them more competitive, and maybe we moved them a little too much. But you only have 4 divisions. So there's not a lot of leeway, right?
You went undefeated this year. We'll bump you up to the silver next year. And everything is going to be fine. So I wouldn't say that the decision was ever really in doubt. It just felt like a matter of time because California just kept coming. I mean, they just kept coming and coming and coming and coming. Harrison Donovan from Matamidi was probably my favorite player out of that game. He had a fantastic game. I think he finished with 18 saves in the championship, and without Harrison Donovan, that score would have been much larger than 3-0.
I watched them play Dinah because I knew that Dinah team was really good. They were undefeated in district play. They were our number 1 seed. I literally was like, whoever wins this game has got to be good enough to give this California team a game. And when I watched that game, I'm like, yeah, one of these two teams can get them. And Matamidi got the best of them on Saturday night. It was a good game, really good for Squirt B2. I'm like, this is pretty talented kids.
And I don't want to project too much, but I think this Matamidi team is very much a Matamidi type team, where if these kids all stick it out until high school, they will run into the master of getting Squirt B players to play like varsity state tournament caliber players in Jeff Poschel.
I agree.
If kids like Luke Ratley and the goaltender Harrison Donovan and
stay the course.
Pretty sure there's a DeZeller on that team too. That feels like there's always a DeZeller somewhere in the Matamidi system. Then he will get the most out of those kids. There's some talent there. Matamidi is a deeper association than people give it credit for, and they should be very proud of hanging with California. California was good. California was pretty freaking good. I really liked it.
I broadcast them in their 12-0 win over Eden Prairie. I'm like, it was a mismatch when they got on the ice. I'm like, wow. The kids could be out. They were on their edges. They could shoot. They could pass.
Alexander Stobus was named the MVP. He led the tournament in scoring. But a player I really liked was Mark Orlando Jr. He could skate like the wind.
They had another D and last name Sir, S-U-H-R. Wow, he was good too. That was a really good hockey team.
It's a good team.
I don't know if they could have hung with the top 8 teams in the silver, but I think it would have been close.
Yeah, I mean, we'll never know because they didn't get to play them, but we'll see if that team sticks together too. I'm not sure how the California Bears fit into the California hockey scene, which is dominated by the Junior Ducks and the Junior Kings. So I don't know how much longer they'll play. They
said we'll see you next year, so we're looking forward to it. Do I make my announcement about next year now or at the end?
At the end.
Okay, all right. Silver was the Duluth no names. They win in overtime.
Yep.
Sandifer gets the game winner goal, does the yard sale. Josh Rode, MVP. What a fun team. I had those guys for a couple games, one on Sunday morning, one on Sunday afternoon. They just played so hard.
Yeah.
And I love their uniforms, too. They had the North Star looks. It was good. That was a really good-looking team, and a lot of good hockey players on that team.
Yeah. It was a thrilling championship game, Duluth over Sioux City Gold.
Sioux City team was good, too.
Sioux City was good. I like the picture of Josh Rode as the MVP, though. He's a little backwards hat on.
Oh, it's so funny. Either Ryan or Andrew like, oh, yeah, turn around. I'm like, dude, the kid, it says ATT on the back of the hat. It's good. Just leave the kid be.
He's having a good time.
He's having a good time. That's the way he wants to wear his hat. He can wear his hat. It's a YHH tournament. He's wearing a white hat with blue type on it. I think we pretty much know what that logo is, right?
Nice to see a team from the Twin Ports.
Yeah. It was fun.
Win the Squirtacular.
They were good. They were really good. And so was their A team. They were good too.
They have a couple of kids on that A team that are a lot of fun. Shay and Keenan Finnegan.
So good. Dad Pat is such a good guy.
Oh, that's Pat Finnegan's kid?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Pat Finnegan, who left Duluth East to go to the National Team Development Program?
Yep.
He's a good guy. That name somewhere.
Great hockey coach. So
Squirtacular Gold Division. Eden Prairie hangs on for a 2-1 win over California.
I think this is the best story of the
best
weekend.
Story?
There's a lot of really good stories for the weekend, but this is, harken back a couple summers ago, we had this Minnesota Hockey Club team that was, I think they're like 2015s maybe, with Wenkus and Leo Berg. And Leo Berg is this kid. He just comes off pretty shy, and he's skilled. I've watched him play probably 20 games in the off season. Been, seen him play. Comes to the PB Challenge and the Fall Classic and those types of tournaments. And super nice kid. And I've never seen him just like go explode. And I'm like, this kid's got it. He's got an extra. There's more to his game, right? And we got to see it on Saturday night in the semifinals. He kind of just took over the game in the third period, helped his team win. And then something happened in the championship game that I can't have all the crazy things in hockey I've seen. I've never seen this before. So just bear with me. I don't have the exact time on the clock. Yeah. But let's say it was like 3.5 minutes left in a tie game. Leo and another player from Sioux City collide. Total,
incidental.
It wasn't like he wasn't wrong and whatever. The other kid wasn't wrong. They kind of collide.
Okay.
Leo's white stick with black tape goes flying. And it goes down by the blue line and just lays there. And he's hurt. I mean, Leo is limping off the ice. Like, he is shaken up. He's like Charlie Horse kind of hurt, right?
Okay.
Not bad enough where he was going to miss. I mean, not bad enough where he was going to lay on the ice, but bad enough where he was kind of shaken up. He leaves the stick because it's 20 feet away. He goes off the ice. The clock, there's no more whistles the rest of the way of the game. 3.5 more minutes of hockey without offsides, icing, penalty, stoppage, anything. Leo, I'm watching him because he's now on the third line, and he moves up to the second line, moves to the next line, whatever. And I'm watching. All of a sudden, someone hands him a stick. A black stick with white tape on it. Complete reverse of his...
Different stick.
Yeah, complete reverse, right?
Yeah.
And they hand him the stick. And I'm like, his stick is still laying on the ice. They haven't moved it at all. It's still laying on the blue line. Puck goes into the zone. Leo comes out in the last 30 seconds of the game with his backup stick. And the puck gets in front of the net. Tie score with 1.3 left in the game. Leo muscles his way in front of the net and shovels it in and gets the game-winning goal. So,
how about that?
Fun to watch. Fun to see a kid like that kind of just break out and have. And that's what the gold division is so fun. I like
the gold division.
They're not exactly the top 30 teams in Minnesota, but they're still scored A and they're still playing. I wouldn't look at their scores. They had some pretty competitive games in District 6. Something like this would be good for their confidence.
Yeah, and if we're going to bring up names like Pat Finnegan, we should also bring up Joe Bianchi, who's coaching this Eden Prairie Squirt A team.
Yeah, good guy, good coach, volunteer. He doesn't have any kids in the program. I'm going to tell you a quick story.
Not anymore.
Not in the youth system.
Yeah.
Here's a quick story about it. There was a Jefferson team that won the Squirtacular Gold a couple years ago, and now they're number 4 in the state in Bantam Ace.
Okay.
So my point is that tournament, that was a huge thing for them. And they came back. They beat Chaskatchan, the Platinum Division winner that year in District 6. So my point is, there's a fine line between these Platinum teams and Gold teams. So the tournament is this should be a good launching pad for a lot of these Eden Prairie kids.
Well, we hope it's a confidence booster going forward.
Yeah, big time.
Out of the Platinum Division, the Final Four came around. And I think selfishly, you want to see different teams, right? You want to see a Duluth, you want to see a Hermantown, you want to see a Moorhead, or you want to see a Warroad or somebody, and it ends up being Edina Green, Minnetonka, Osseo Maple Grove, and Andover. Which hats off to those programs. I mean, there's a reason that they're so consistently in the Final Four of the Squirtacular, but the championship game delivered for me because once Duluth got knocked out and once Hermantown got knocked out, it became those 4 teams.
Once Hastings got knocked out.
Out, it became, kind of a usual suspect situation. But I don't know if we could have had a more exciting, first of all, semifinal between Andover and Oswego Grove.
We'll get to that one in just a second, but give credit where credit's due. Edina Green, poor little Edina Green. This team does not have.
My heart breaks for Edina Green.
Just for the record, we can go back, and I think I was telling Joe Moline this on the Monday Morning Commute. Think of all of the players. There's never been a finalist in the Squirtacular from Edina. And think of all of the players, going all the way back.
That's nuts to me.
And it's always been separate. They've
final.
never made the final, right?
Yeah.
Think of all of the Dexheimers. Think of all of, there's so many star players and so many star-studded teams over the years never made the final. And I am throwing no shade to this Edina team, but there was not exactly a litany of superstars on this team. But the way they played and the way they bought into the coaching staff and the way they didn't quit on plays, quit on pucks, quit on the system. And I just tip my hat to that coaching staff. Jeff Cragness and Cortland Dean, they do a wonderful job with those kids. I reffed them in the championship game earlier this summer or this winter over at Braemar. I was like, man, this team really gets after it hard. And they got a brick player. They got Johnny Pitko's a brick player, but they got some other really, really good forwards. Diedrichs and Cragness.
I like that Diedrichs kid a lot.
Yeah, they're Spalding, and they felt like that team had no quit whatsoever. And I thought after the glass broke in the championship game, I thought, okay, this is going to be the no quit team's going to come back and they're going to win it. And it just didn't work out for them. Go back to that semifinal though, because that is to me it's one of the best.
It was one
Squirtacular games I've ever seen.
Oh, it'll go down in the digital history books. One last note on Edina Green, though. The other teams in the Final Four, I think, if I looked back at their scores, kind of stomped their way into at least the Final 8 or the Final 4. Edina barely got out of round 1 against Centennial. They edged Centennial 3-2. They beat White Bear Lake 5-2, which I'm sure
it's a good game, too, by the way.
Which I'm sure I'm looking at the box score right now, I'm sure there's an empty net goal in here. Yep, there's one empty net goal there.
It was a good game against White Bear.
And they needed to come back in that game.
That's my point. There is no quit in this team. They're just a really good hockey team.
So 3-2, 5-2. They beat Hastings, who was number 1 at the time, 5-2. They somehow get past Minnetonka 3-2. So, you hate to say grit and guts with a squirt team because they don't know how to spell grit or guts.
And there will be, and here's the other thing is when I talk about there's no Jimmy Clarks and those type of, there's going to be, when you go back and look back in 10 years, you'll go, man, they had 5 or 6 really good players.
And this is kind of like what I said with Matamidi. If these kids all stick it out and they all end up playing high school at Edina, they're going to be one of those Edina State tournament teams where nobody has 70 points. But 9 kids have 25 points on the season.
That's what this team looked like, yeah, no doubt. And their white team was pretty good, too. So
that's the other thing people don't think about is that they've taken their best kids and they've split them in half.
30 kids instead
and
of
I don't
15.
think that there's one or the other. I don't think they load one team as opposed to the other.
Definitely not.
Andover and Osseo Maple Grove, what a game. I caught the third period because people forget that while everything's going on Ring 5, we do still have games going on rinks 1 through 4, and we have boxes and garbage and a whole bunch of other stuff to pack up. So I came back into the rink with about 3 minutes left in the third period.
At this point, I think Osseo had taken the lead, hadn't they?
So it was 2-0 Andover until there were 6 minutes and 13 seconds left. In the third period, Griffin O'Leary scores. 2 minutes later, Luca Brooks scores. And then 30 seconds later, Luca Brooks scores to give OMG a 3-2 lead. Ted Sarakis ties the game for Andover with 48 seconds left.
With the goalie pulled. Can I throw the key detail here?
You can put it out there.
You want to throw the detail out. That's the most important detail of this. Luca's now gone crazy, right? It's not just his 2 goals. He is amped up, right? He's winning every race by a mile. He's got the puck. He's making plays. He's smart. He's doing all the things that we've seen Luca do in his very, very young career. And he gets the puck, center ice, wide open empty net, and he fires it down, and he Team Canada's that thing right into the goal post. What I mean by that is Remember at the 2014 Olympics when the U.S. was paying Canada in the women's for the gold, and the U.S. hit the goalpost, and it came out, and Canada goes down and scores.
I didn't remember that at all.
To tie, and then they beat him in overtime. Yeah, that was it was that kind of moment. I was like, oh, that's a curse when you hit the post.
Yeah.
He hits the post, and they go down. Sirocco scores with 48 to go to send it to overtime. And then in overtime, they have it's a 4-on-4 overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Maple Grove gets the first big odd man rush.
Oh, yeah.
And they go in on Ali, and Klingelholt stops on the rush. Player goes flying through the air. I think it might have been Griffin O'Leary, too. So
I would venture to guess O'Leary was
he
on
was
the ice.
gone. He was off to the races. So they stick the stick out. He goes flying in the air, and I think even the Maple Grove people were like, that's penalty. I'm like, I don't think it's a penalty on a poke check. You know,
I'm not going to make that call right.
But what
there.
is that? But that's not a penalty, is it? If you poke check a puck,
the goalie,
yeah, that's not a penalty.
No,
you know, it's not a trip. You trip over the stick.
How many times do you see a penalty called against a goaltender when they're trying to make a play on the puck?
Never.
Yeah,
never. But like you could definitely if the player's coming out from behind the net and you stick the stick out and they go flying, that's a penalty too, right? Mm-hmm. So anyway, they go back down the other way, and again, thank you, the camera did not catch it. It was really close to being offside. Sadeko was close to being offside. He wasn't. The ref was there, didn't call it. Sadeko goes in and just blasts one home, and they win the game.
He caught it in the slot and was all by himself.
Gone.
I slow-mo watched the replay on my own video, and it was definitely not offside.
It was not. Thank you.
It
was close.
I slow-mo watched it.
I did.
Thank you, Toronto.
Just for the record, nobody from Maple Grove complained. Like, it was offside. It wasn't that. It was just like, it was
just
close.
Just the kids.
Yeah, it was close. And he flushes it, goes in, and Jeff Pappas with the greatest goal call ever. He's like,
as he does.
And Dover. I loved it. It was a great call. It was a really good call.
And then Andover just kind of steamrolls its way to a 5-1 win over Edina Green in the final. I need to bite my tongue because I just said something nice about Edina Green battling its way into the final. Andover beat Edina White in the first round 6-5.
Yes.
And then beat Woodbury Black 6-1, and then back-to-back 4-3 wins over Hermantown and Osseo Maple Grove, and then the 5-1 win over
that
Edina
Hermantown
Green.
Team, mark it down now. That's
a nice little Hermantown team.
They had 3 Petersons on the team. 2 of them are brothers, and the other one, Grant, was really good. That was fun. I broadcasted them for an hour, and got a lot out of watching how good Hermantown was this year.
Yep, I see another Colquist.
Yep,
on the roster.
And a Zukov.
We got a Zukov over here. Okay,
yep. And I don't think any of the Petersons are related to the current Peterson, most recent Petersons, so no relation.
A lot of Petersons wandering around up there,
there are
in Hermantown. Wyatt Meyer was named MVP. He had 6 goals and 12 points throughout the tournament.
Some big goals in the championship game. I mean, like, I know you can't dunk a basketball in a hockey game, but a few of his goals were dunks. They were dunks. They were like, ooh, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt Edina, you know?
Yeah.
So that was fun.
There you
tournament.
Go. There you go.
What else we got going on? Want to talk about this weekend?
Squirtacular?
No, I'm good with the Squirtacular. I'm good. I'm done about it now.
Whatever else is going on, we got the big Ole going on.
This weekend up in Alex.
U15A and U15B. Out of the U15A division, we have Alexandria.
Uh-huh.
Oh, we should probably mention a sponsor after recapping the Squirtacular. I want to say it's General Sports.
Yes.
General Sports.
You got something? I got something for him.
Oh, I have so much. Tony, this is my my yearly plea. My yearly plea.
Oh, you want your free stick?
For something to fall off the back of a truck.
Peter's free stick.
At the General Sports parking lot.
I like it. What would it be?
I had 2 goals. I had 2 goals last night. I just want to throw that out there. 2 goals last night with the Bauer Twitch that I got last year.
Yep.
That Santa dropped off. Now, let's get technical because I know General Sports has everything.
They do.
Could it be a Bauer?
Could be a CCM.
Could it be a Warrior?
It doesn't matter. What do you want?
Can it be a P28 curve, a P90 TM curve? Could it be a P92? Could it be a P88? What kind of flex are we talking here? 85, 102?
You look like an 85 guy.
I'm not an 85 guy.
Okay,
I'm not. I'm too weak for an 85.
All right.
All I'm saying is General Sports has it all. If you need sticks, if you need gloves, if you need shin pads, if you need apparel, if you need your skates sharpened, if you need the best in the business, General Sports attached to the Velocity Hockey Training Center and Braemar Ice Arena. It's easy to get to from everywhere, and you will find no shortage of options at General Sports.
I have a story that really doesn't pertain to our audience, but it will pertain to our audience, okay? It's New Year's Day.
All right.
We're running our tournament in Prior Lake, kicking off our boys high school tournament tradition, holiday invitational, and I'm told at 9:30 a.m., 30 minutes before we're to drop the puck, that they don't have any game pucks. So I used my connections with my friends at General Sports, and my good friend from General Sports drives from Lakeville, opens the door, and gets me a pack of 100 pucks. Thank you very much, General Sports. There you go.
General Sports.
They're the best.
So that's the second time that a YHH employee has panicked and bought the box of 100 from General Sports.
Yes. Yes, it is. Yeah, I remember you did it once,
I
too.
did. For Stars of Tomorrow, we had one game at Braemar and didn't have any pucks. So I desperately ran into General Sports.
Bought 100 bucks.
Lo and behold, they had 100 bucks. Not sure if I ever got reimbursed for that. So I'll be sure to talk to Sharon.
Okay, great.
About the box of 100. For the Big Ole U15A, Alexandria, Centennial Spring Lake Park, Edina White, Fargo Freeze, Grand Rapids, North Wright County, Orono, Mound West Tonka, and Wayzata.
Should be some good teams there. Edina White's in the top 10.
I would say so.
Jossie's coaching in that.
Jossie will be coaching the 15. Oh, she is a 15A coach.
Yeah.
I keep thinking of her as a 15B coach.
She coached last year.
She coached them to a state tournament last year.
Alexandria's in the top 10.
Yep. In the 15Bs, we have Alexandria, Blaine, Centennial Spring Lake Park Black, Central Minnesota Riverblades, Edina Green.
Another ranked team there.
FFGWHA U15 Leafs.
I don't know what that is. That's got to be a Canadian team.
Fort Francis.
Yeah, there you go. Girls
Women's Hockey Association. FFGW, I don't know. Forest Lake and the Sioux Falls Lady Flyers.
Like that.
It's a nice little pool.
Yeah.
It's a nice little tournament going on.
And good variety, too.
Up at Alexandria. Very good variety. You got teams from apparently FFGWHA.
Who are you going to take? I'm picking Jossie's team to win the whole thing in the 15A.
I don't know. Jossie's team has a habit of
losing
getting
in
to the final and then, falling apart.
Who's going to, all right, better yet, who's going to beat Jossie's team in the final?
Alexandria.
I think so, too.
I think Alexandria is going to win both 15A and 15B.
So do I. That's a good bet. That's a really good bet.
We're going to make the Rune Stone the Rowdy Stone this weekend.
It will be rowdy.
The Big Ole. Alexandria, tons of fun. A lot of stuff to do up there. We
Big
might as
time.
well just be on the tourism board for Alexandria, Minnesota.
Yes. All right. The Winter Warrior 12A 15B will be going down in Plymouth this weekend. Each has 3 top 10 teams in it. You have Wayzata, Osteo Maple Grove, Chaskatchan in the 12As. 1, 3, and 4 in the States. You know who's going to be watching this tournament more than anybody? Your good friends at Edina. Because right now they're number 2 in the state. And to watch these 3 teams play each other this weekend, they're going to find out, will they be the number 1 team in the state next week? Because if somebody can knock Wayzata, who has beaten Edina more recently than Edina has beaten them, that's why they're not number 1. If somebody can beat Wayzata below Edina, then Edina will get moved up. So I'm sure they'll be cheering for Chaskatchan and Osteo Maple Grove this weekend. So that's the 12A division. I'm going to stick with my rankings, which I do, the 12As. I'm going to go Wayzata to win that one. How about you?
Wayzata to win that one. Oh, boy.
I've watched all these teams. To me, when I watch Osteo Maple Grove, I can't figure out how they lose. They've got all 3 layers really deep in all 3 layers. Goaltending, defense, forwards. I would pick them if I were you, but something about Wayzata and Chaskatchan seem to get it done, too.
I mean, I'll go Osseo Maple Grove. I don't
like
have a
that
problem with that.
I like that pick.
If I wanted to, keep it safe, I'd go with that.
All right, good. And then 15B, we have 3 top 10 teams in that division: Chaska-Chan, Egan, and Edina White. Could Edina White and Edina Green win this weekend, both tournaments?
No, give me Egan.
Egan's 10th in the state. Edina White is, I can't read my writing. I think it's 2 in the. I think they're 2 in the states, and Chaska-Chan's 3 in the state.
All I'm looking for is an upset.
I'm going Edina White.
Give me an upset.
I'm going Edina White for the win on this one. So,
all right, give me Egan.
All right,
Egan.
All right. The only boys tournament we could find, and if we missed something, we're sorry, is the Star of the North tournament in Grand Rapids.
Of the North.
And were there any ranked top 10 teams? Oh, Chaska-Chan is the only ranked top 10 team in that one.
Yes.
And I'm picking them. Go Stormhawks.
Oh, I guess you're going to take, okay.
I'm picking them.
All right, fine.
My rankings say Chaska-Chan is probably 7-8 in the state right now.
You want to just leave me out in the cold here?
You can pick Grand Rapids. You seem to like that. Or maybe pick a East Side team like Woodbury or something. Woodbury's not in it.
Woodbury's not in it.
Come on.
Give me, I'll take Grand Rapids on home.
Grand Rapids?
Yeah,
all right.
that's fine.
They're good. All right. That does it for games of this weekend. There's a big one next weekend in East Grand Forks. That'll be good.
North, South.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Challenge.
All right. Roses and Thorns.
Roses
apparently,
and Thorns.
Kayla's is invested in Roses and Thorns today, too.
Kayla is very invested in Roses.
Roses and Thorns. You got a rose, Mr. Rodney? I got one.
I do have a rose.
It's a good one, though. You're going to like it.
It's from the high school level, but I think it applies to everybody. My rose would go to Ken Pauley and Lauren Nelson and the whole crew that helped organize. Tom Klein was also involved. Tom Klein and Ken Pauley. They were big in organizing David LeVake Tribute Night at St. Louis Park Rec Center on Tuesday, where longtime sports writer David LeVake was honored with a jersey from his alma mater, St. Paul Johnson. It was just really cool to see a lot of people show up for Dave. He's battling some health issues, but he's still got a firm grip. Boy, he about squeezed the blood out of my hand. And it was really nice to see a lot of people show up that had nothing to do with the game. They were just there to support Dave. And I'm not sure if people realize just how much Dave put into high school hockey. And now Dave has to cover swimming and diving. He has to do basketball,
dance line,
baseball, dance line.
Hey, while you're covering that, I'm covering dance line. He used to always say that to me. I'm like, yeah, and you do a good job on dance line.
And he's always the first one to ask a question during post-state tournament game press conferences. And the first man over the wall always gets shot during that.
Yes.
Especially when talking to a losing coach. So Dave,
he's not sure. Pro.
I'm not sure if he knows this, but he taught me how to be a reporter. And he taught me how to have confidence in my own writing voice, that if I could tell the story better than the people I interviewed, then to give myself the space to do that and not simply rely on quote, comment.
Correct.
So Dave shaped my career.
I love the picture.
Quite a bit.
I love the picture you sent me, and we'll get something up a little.
Thanks to, I think Drew Heron took that, so thanks, Drew.
GoFundMe page on that one.
There is a GoFundMe.
Are you ready for a rose yet, Kayla? Because I got one. It's going to be a good one.
Kayla!
I didn't know I was supposed to give a rose.
You just have a thorn.
She's got
negative one over there.
I have like 40 thorns. I'm just kidding. I really
you have a rose over there or no?
No, just give
no
me.
rose. All right. I have a really strange rose. Are you ready for this one?
Okay.
So I think it was last year's Squirtacular. If it wasn't last year's, it was the year before. There's a rink attendant, rink manager. Her name is Jackie at the super rink. And she and I kind of butted heads. Would you agree with that? We butted heads. And I rarely butt heads, and she rarely butts heads. We just had a moment where we butted heads either last year or the year before. I was like, God, Jackie.
I'm sure she was saying the exact same thing about you.
I know she was saying the same about me, like, that Tony just thinks he runs everything around here, you know. And we butted heads. And that happens, and it doesn't happen very often for me. Where I'm like, I have the highest respect for people who run a rink. It's a very hard job.
It's a thankless job.
Okay. This year, we had a moment the opposite, where the glass went out. We worked together. It worked great. We were thumbs upping each other. We were smiling at each other, and it would not have gone as smoothly as it went between the glass breaking in the championship game of the Squirtacular and the finish if it weren't for Jackie. So my rose, in a complete 360 from maybe a year or two ago, goes to Jackie. Because last year I probably would have given her a thorn, but this year I'm giving her a bouquet of roses. So hats off to you, Jackie, and thanks for
Jackie.
You guys too. All right, thorns. You have 40 of them. Just give us one.
I don't actually have 40 of them. I just have a thorn for people who don't know how to stand in an open space.
Yeah.
And
Especially
not allow for people to pass through.
Yeah.
Let's see that.
So
There's a lot of that. To be fair to these people, also, there's a lot of people in the ring.
Yep.
So I get it.
I will translate that for. I will be the AI translator for Kayla.
Gosh.
Okay. The AI says, if you got a bag, don't put it in the walkway. If you got a child, don't stand in the walkway.
If you
Stay
got a child,
clear of the
keep
walkway.
track of it.
Yeah, that too. That's another topic for another day. I think we've roasted
We've talked about that
topic a bunch too.
My favorite thorn you've ever given was the kid who licked the pole.
The best. It was the best ever.
What did you name him? Lenny the Licker.
Lenny the Licker.
Lenny the Licker.
Wow, I can't believe you remember.
Lenny the
that.
I
We
want to
should-
think that was a dangle fest.
We should really make T-shirts.
I know where I
I
was.
thought that was Squirtacular. You were in
It was
ring
either
5.
one. It was rink
weren't
4.
you?
It was
I think
rink
it was-
4.
I think it was
rink
Dangle
4.
Fest.
It was rink 4 for
Gotcha.
sure. And the kid literally was everywhere.
Lenny the Licker.
Lenny Licker was everywhere. He was one of those like pajama kids with the purple Kool-Aid all over his face and just a mess, right? And he was climbing on the hand railing, and I'm like, that kid's gonna fall. That kid's gonna. Somebody please take care of this kid. He's gonna hurt himself. I couldn't stop watching him. He was a mess, right?
Couldn't stop watching.
It was like a train wreck, right? And I'm like, God, someone please take care of this kid. And then he did it. He grabbed that pole. He stuck his full tongue out and started licking that metal asbestos
Wherever
Lead
it
paint.
touches.
Lead paint pole. And I was like, I'm just lost it. And Greg, I'm watching this game, and Greg and I are like watching it, and I'm giving play-by-play on him licking this pole. I'm like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, that's my rose. My thorn is not that bad. Mine is to some young boys who learned lessons this weekend at the Super Rink. That is my rose. Young boys who learned some valuable lessons this weekend. That's all I'm going to say. Peter?
Valuable lessons. Valuable lessons. Speaking of lessons, I said this, was it yesterday? No, we didn't do a pod yesterday, 2 days ago, when I told Jossie that she's played at a much higher level than I have. But I did play hockey in this state.
Right.
I got to play 4 years of high school hockey. So I've been yelled at before.
Oh, boy, this is going to be a good one.
I've been cussed out by coach. Well, not really cussed out because my coaches weren't total doorknobs. I've been yelled at by coaches before. I've heard the F word on the bench before. Okay, I'm not standing on ceremony.
I know where this is going now. I thought you were going a different direction. Now I know where you're going.
Your primary job as the coach of a squirt hockey team
or 12
is to teach
or
the
Pee-wee.
game and ensure that the kids have fun playing. It is not your job to scream in the face of a 9-year-old that you effing told him to do something and he better effing do it and he better get his effing it. These kids are 9 and 10. Winning a game cannot be more important to you as an adult than teaching and leaving a lasting positive impact on your players. This is not the Stanley Cup Finals. This isn't the NCAA Frozen Four. It's not even high school. It's squirts. Stop yelling and using language that, quite frankly, if you yelled at my kid, which I don't have yet, if you used that language and embarrassed my son that way, we would be looking for a new association.
I agree. I agree.
That is not teaching. It is not constructive, and it is not appropriate. And I'm sure half the people listening to this just turn it off. You can't take hard coaching. No, there's a way to do it. There's a right way and a wrong way to coach squirt hockey, and I witnessed a lot of wrong over the weekend.
All right, I'm going to build on your point, and I'm going to give you a thought. And I've shared this thought. It's kind of a fresh, hot take, and it's not necessarily a thorn, but it's kind of more of a take of mine. I've officiated a lot this year, in the last calendar year.
Feels like you've been reffing every other weekend.
I ref a lot. And you hear a lot as a ref, as you're sitting on the boards, on the blue line, and you can hear the coaches coach. And now after being in this game for as long as I've been, I am going to make this is going to sound really cheesy and sappy. But I would like to make a proclamation that we don't call them coaches ever again in youth sports.
I'm good with that.
I would prefer the title for the leader of the team to be called teacher. Because guess what? You're not Newt Rockney. You're not Jim Parcells. You're not. You're not. Okay? Leave that. That's what pros are. They're coaches, right? They're really coaching. They're coaching to win. Can we please teach the kids the game? And I'm going to give you when it dawned on me. I'm coaching the game. I'm reffing in a game in the last 10 days. And let's just say it was A hockey, the top. Mediocre A, but it was A hockey. And it was a close game. It was like 1-0 the whole game, or 1-1. It was close. So it wasn't a blowout. And I just remember the coaches constantly complaining to us about uncomplainable items, like that's not a penalty, that's offsides, that we're standing right on the line, where this is icing, the puck should be out dropped. I mean, things that were inconsequential to the momentum of us playing a good game, getting a good game in, right? And so I'm just listening to it. I'm just like, you know what? You're just trying to fire your team up. That's all you're trying to do is, like, if we get bad calls against us, we can maybe then gets them fired up with negative, right? Like, try teaching them that, hey, and I heard it, and I'm going to give another bouquet of roses here to Ben Blood. He played his college hockey at the University of North Dakota.
He's also got one of the all-time hockey names.
And he's got a great voice, too. He's got a low voice. He talks like this and calm, very calm. And he coaches Squirt A for Wayzata. Mm-hmm. And I've told a lot of people the story about Ben. There was a bad call or something. Something didn't go. He's the Wayzata Squirt A gold or no, blue team, Navy team, whatever. Mm-hmm. They weren't in the Squirtacular. But I coached them when they were playing against Edina Green in the Cornerstone Championship. And he was so calm. He was teaching, and something went wrong against their team. He said, hey, guys, if we can't get down, we got to stay positive. We got to keep focusing. And every time I got near his bench, Ben was imparting wisdom to his 9 and 10 and 11-year-old kids. I'm like, Ben, can you coach every team that I manage? Because this is the attitude I want, and I know a lot of parents out there want imparted on their kids when they're playing a sport. Not, hey, these refs are screwing us and you're getting, like that mentality does not teach the game. You got to teach these kids to overcome adversity. Not the adversity is what we need to play against, right?
The blaming of the official.
It doesn't help.
The kids, and this is from mini-mites to college. Professionals, you're an adult, you're being paid to play, whatever.
Right.
But teams take their emotional cues from the coaching
coaches,
staff.
That's my point. If you're teaching them, hey, that was a bad call, guess what? We got to overcome it. Instead of, that's a bad call. If they don't overcome it, that's why we lost, and it's because of the refs. That is, again, going back to this game, this A game that I was coaching the last 10 days, I am not saying it was bothering me at all. It wasn't bothering me at all that they were yelling at me. I'm used to them, questioning calls and whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm just questioning. Instead of questioning my calls, I'm questioning them on their behavior. They should be teaching these players. They should be teachers, not coaches. Once you hear the word coach, you're like, oh, I'm Newt Rockney. I'm, or whatever. I'm Jacques Lemaire now. I'm, John Hines. I'm gonna be just like that guy on TV. Like, guess what? You're not that guy on TV. You're just the equivalent of a teacher. You're teaching the game. Teach it in a way where they can learn and get better, not screaming at the refs. And I think the crew that needs the most help is the Bantam Double A's, because they think they're next. I'm Bantam Double A here at Elk River. I'm Bantam Double A here at Irondale. I'm Bantam Double A. I'm going to be the next varsity coach wherever. So I got to start acting like it. Like, teach. Teach is the word of the day.
Do you know who Bill Bowerman is?
No.
Bill Bowerman is probably one of the most underappreciated figures in American sports. Ooh. His father, Jay, was the governor of Oregon in the early 1900s.
Yeah.
Bill served in World War II, came home, and became the men's track coach of the University of Oregon.
Really?
His team was so dominant, they were dubbed the Men of Oregon.
Yeah, I know
and it's
that.
because Bill Bowerman was this mythical figure. He's a co-founder of Nike. He originated the waffle sole track shoe. Right. 4-time NCAA team national champions. A powerful figure, not only in the state of Oregon, but internationally. And there was an interview that he did in the 60s when a local sportscaster referred to him as coach. And he said, "I'd prefer you don't call me coach. I'm sensitive to that. It's kind of a joke. Please call me Bill." And Tinker Hatfield, who ran for Bowerman at the University of Oregon, was the designer of the Air Jordan Nike line. And Tinker Hatfield, in a documentary, said he hated being called coach. He preferred to be called teacher of competitive response.
Yeah, it's a little long title.
It's a mouthful, but it is such a perfect description of how seriously you take your charge as a teacher of competitive response.
I agree. Be a teacher.
With youth athletics. And I hope that, hats off to Andover. Awesome. It is so cool that they won their their first platinum title, Squirtacular. That is fantastic. We won't truly know how good this team was until they have graduated from high school and gone on to lead real lives, because hockey's going to end eventually. Yeah. So I hope that winning this tournament, I hope it's a great memory. I hope it is not the memory they have from their hockey careers.
It's not their Mount Everest, right? It's not the top of the mountain.
I want to see them succeed at Pee-wees and at Bantams, and hopefully for Andover High School, and then maybe in college hockey and pro if they get the opportunity.
They will. There's some good hockey players there.
There are. They should revel in it. Revel.
Well, thank you, Peter, for another great show. We really got a little deeper there than we normally do. For
Teacher of competitive response.
I like that. Thanks to our sponsors, General Sports, Breakaway Academy, and one more.
We had one more in there.
Who's the one more in there? That was it?
There's a third
General
one.
Sports, Breakaway Academy.
Come on, you can do it.
Was it Wild? Did we talk about
APX Hockey.
APX Hockey. There we go.
APX
Thank
Hockey.
you very much.
Were you quizzing us?
Yes, we were. It was a quiz.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It was a quiz. Well, thanks to all of our sponsors. Thanks to you guys. We'll see you guys around the rink.
You need to stay up out the streets if you can't take the heat. You need to stay up out the streets if you can't take the heat. Cause it get cold like Minnesota. Cold like Minnesota. Cold like Minnesota.